Hi, I'm Bianca Sammut, the Divisional Director here at Alton Towers Resort. Welcome to this very special update on HEX, the Legend of the Towers, a multimedia dark ride that takes you on a journey of historic tales and ancient evils. As you may know, HEX has been closed for extended maintenance since late last year, and we have been working hard to bring you some exciting changes which we know you will absolutely love. In this very special update, I want to show you what's been happening and answer some questions that we've been receiving from fans about the attraction. Questions like, what's happening with the ride? When will it open? What can we expect when we go inside? We will be answering all of those questions today in this update. Earlier this year, we said that we had planned to open HEX later this season, and that's still absolutely the case. I want to show you what the teams have been working on around the clock to inject new technology and effects into this experience, some of which we're going to show you today. In addition to that, we have been undertaking some extensive maintenance, more than we had initially scoped, to ensure that the attraction can reliably operate when we reopen. So, if you don't want any spoilers and you want this all to be a surprise when the attraction opens, stop watching now. Okay, you're still tuned in. So why don't you come with me as we go inside behind the scenes for the very first time to show you what some of the team have been working on to bring back this fan favorite attraction better than ever before. Let's go. Many of you will know that HEX originally opened in 2000 and it's welcomed millions of guests through these very doors. Before I had even arrived at the resort, I knew about HEX, largely due to its popularity amongst fans and its position within the towers, which makes it incredibly unique. When I eventually got to experience it for myself, I could see its full potential. I soon learnt that there was a shared ambition at the resort to give this attraction a new lease of life. So we set about understanding how we could not only bring HEX back to life, but even go one step further. We have an incredible team here at the resort, and one of the key people is Simon, and he leads the technical design for this attraction. Simon.
Hi.
Hi, thanks for joining me.
No problem.
The work that you and the team have been doing is really exciting. Can you talk us through some of the key enhancements?
Yep, so basically whilst the attraction's been closed, we've completely refurbished the entire AV system, audio-visual system, for the attraction, right from the queue line all the way through to the actual ride itself.
Amazing.
The actual show control system, the old system was running from the very first day of the old ride, and basically we've replaced that with an entirely new show control and audio visual system, which is all modern technology and Ethernet based. This enables us much greater synchronization with all of the shows, so we can control things much better. It also allows the operator to have control and supervise the attraction from that point of view too.
And it's been so exciting, hasn't it? Like, I just love, like, every time that I've been in here with you, we've been like walking through room by room, and just like the enhancement, just absolutely, like, it's just bringing everything to life, which I think is just incredible.
Absolutely. And for example, the lighting system, we've completely refurbished the entire lighting system. So we took down all of the old lighting fixtures, replaced them with new LED technology, which we can colour change on and all that kind of thing as well. We've put up an extra 200 lights, something like that, all the way through from start to finish, and basically it enables us to be much more dramatic with our lighting and be much more theatrical than previously. The audio system, we've reused some of the existing audio loudspeakers that were in here before, but again completely changed the entire audio processing system, the whole back end system, and basically it allows us much more control. Special effects wise, we've also updated the special effects, we've refurbished the smoke machines, we've added some extra haze machines, so it really enhances the lighting effect. People may remember the generator effect and the spark effect. We've enhanced that and replaced it and made it much bigger and better than it was previously. So all the way through, we've completely refurbished the whole attraction.
And what's been really good is just like the detail room by room. So, you know, as you've been doing the work, you know, like we've been coming down and looking at it and then just really kind of like going around and exploring the light and, you know, how you feel in each of the rooms. So I think it's going to be so exciting when everybody gets to go inside because of the level that we have gone to that has just not been seen before.
Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, Merlin Magic Making have also refurbished some of the scenic items and props and that kind of thing all the way through, which has really enhanced the theme. And basically the whole thing now, we can control it much better and really enhance the storytelling, the original storytelling, with new technology as well.
So HEX has an incredible, iconic story that is absolutely loved by the fans. So as much as I'm excited about the new enhancements and the new tech and the investment that we have made, let's talk about the things that we have retained that are so important to the story, and especially to our fans.
Absolutely. So one of the things we were really conscious of was that we didn't want to change the story or the creative aspects of the ride, because it is so iconic. So what we wanted to do was retain the media content, the original soundtrack, all that kind of thing, with a new technical twist, bringing the attraction up to date. So what we've done, our creative team have remastered the original audio files. So we're now playing high quality audio files all the way through our new sound system.
And it sounds amazing.
It sounds amazing, and guests will certainly notice the change if they've experienced the ride before. So we were definitely conscious that we didn't want to change the original storyline.
And then from an operations perspective, we then also just looked at the CCTV, didn't we, for the colleagues, and then the operating panel, and then we've done some extra theming as well, like with Merlin Magic, making like some small things like that are not like, do you know what I mean, main parts of the attraction, but just things for us where we were able to tidy up and stuff. And I think that that's been really good too, hasn't it? Because as you walk through the rooms, that kind of like just disappears.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, with the new lighting system, it enables us to enhance the theming and the scenic items and some of the features of the building as well, because this is a really historic building, and we're able to really enhance some of the features of the original building too as we walk through.
Incredible. And I think the other part, is just like going through room by room as you lead up to the final piece, when you go inside the vault and when you go inside that chamber, and then that's the part that we won't talk about that part, because that's the part that we want to really keep a surprise, but it's definitely been enhanced, hasn't it?
Absolutely, 100%. New effects, and new lighting, new sound. Definitely. Thank
you so much for all of the work, and I know you're still working on it, and we're still working through it, but it's really, really exciting, and I think that the guests are just going to absolutely love it.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, really good.
Now, I mentioned it's not all about investing in effects. The ride itself needed some work to ensure its reliability and the future at the resort. So let's go back of house where the biggest part of the restoration is happening, and we're going to learn more from our Technical Services Director. Thanks, John, for joining me. I'm really excited to be down here underneath the ride, like next to the trommel. You get to come down here all the time, but this is really special for me.
Yeah, it's just a special place. And when you come down here, you can see the amount of work we've done on this 25-year-old ride.
And that's what leads me to like our conversation today, is like just really understanding like how much work has been happening behind the scenes from a technical perspective. So talk me through some of those things that that you've been doing with the team.
Well, this ride has been working, and we've worked really closely with the ride manufacturer, Vekoma, and we've had to custom manufacture parts to replace the two end slew bearings, the big bearings that rotate the room around the gondola where people sit. And in doing that, we have given this ride a real new lease of life, and it'll last for a good number of years to come now.
And I think the other part that I was like really interested about is like just the way that the two ends have to work together at the same time, right? So
yeah. With such a large piece of steel to rotate, if the two ends don't rotate together, then we end up with issues of timing and then the ride faults, and that gives us reliability issues. And in doing the work we're doing now, we're going to eradicate that and make it much more guest friendly.
And that's the bit that I'm really just excited about, and I think we're all passionate about, is that reliability of the attraction. So it's one thing is to turn, for the trommel to turn, and then the second part is just that constant reliability, which allows us to obviously have the ride operational all day.
Yeah, and much of the work we've been doing, this has been an incredibly safe ride, but the age of it, 25 years old, things are a little bit worn out. So in what we're doing, we are really pumping new life into it.
We've definitely faced challenges, and the fans have been hearing it turn, they've seen the lights on, they know that the colleagues have been training, because we just keep getting to that point, but the reliability has just been incredibly important.
That's very true, and reliability has been the key to this whole project, making it so that we can run consistently without guest dissatisfaction.
And there's been design work too, right? So we've had to go back to the drawing boards again.
Yeah, and again, we've worked very closely with the ride manufacturer for that. This has been a real project with them on board. They've been here to visit, they've helped us through this.
So at the start of the season, we made the announcement that HEX was returning, and everybody was so incredibly excited. Behind the scenes, we were really working towards a summer opening timeline. But based on the level of amount of work that we have to do, it's probably realistically looking like autumn.
Yeah, once we started peeling away the layers and saw what was underneath, we just really wanted to give it the amount of time that it needed, and just to make sure that it was absolutely ready to reopen to the public.
And then through the training and things that we have to do, obviously, as well, like that also takes time, and then the cycling and the testing to make sure we've got that reliability.
Yeah, absolutely. So once we put it all back together again, then that starts. We will be testing this ride for a period of time to make sure that when we open, it is reliable.
To be completely honest, it probably would have been really easy for us just to keep the doors closed, not spend any money on it, not give it the time. But I think, you know, like yourself, myself, and people of the team, we know how important this attraction is. So I think the fact that we are, you know, putting everything that we are into it and to get it open, but we want it to open in the best way that it can.
Yeah, this is such a special ride. It's got such a special story, and it has a real key significance for Alton Towers. So we couldn't leave it with the doors closed.
One of the things that I learn or come to know, like through this project as well, is just like the incredible amount of theming that is actually on top of the mechanical components of the attraction. So every time you have been, you know, had to go in and we're looking at parts and stuff, we have to take that theming down, don't we? So talk us about like the time that takes.
Yeah, I mean, what we're standing underneath is the kind of outside skin of the rotating room. And that part, as you say, we need to take all of that off to be able to get to the bones of the ride underneath, to be able to do any modifications and relifing of the ride. So we need to take it all off, and then when we've done, we need to put it all back on again, because it needs to hide all the secrets that are behind it.
Honestly, we're just really appreciative of all the work that you're doing and the team are doing, and you know, we just can't wait to open it. But again, the reliability is the absolute key for us.
Yeah, and our team too. We are really ready for this ride to be accepting guests again.
Great. I hope we've been able to answer some of the key questions I know you, the fans, have been asking, and that you've enjoyed coming behind the scenes with me. Doing this is not something that we would typically do, but it's been really important for us to show you what's been happening in HEX to bring it back. We have really doubled down on the whole attraction, including how we operate the queue line and the throughputs to make the whole experience the best that it can possibly be. Following the opening of the Curse at Alton Manor and our investment in HEX, this also reflects our continued passion for dark rides here at the resort and the level of immersion we want to achieve with this type of attraction. I am so proud of what we have achieved in the first 12 weeks of this season, and there is so much more to look forward to, and HEX reopening is definitely one of them. We cannot wait to welcome you back. I know that HEX is more than just a ride, it's a legend, and we are proud to be part of its legacy. Thank you so much again for all of your patience, your kindness as we work through all of these improvements.